Hey everyone, it's Lauren here. Thank you so much for all of the support over the last few years with my interviews for the After Films. I've really had the best time talking to the cast, crew, and Anna Todd for the movies, and I've made some strong friendships because of these films, which has truly been a blessing. A quick note about this interview with hero Fiennes Tiffin for After Ever Happy. The production company did not end up recording my side of the interview by mistake. They only recorded Hero's side, but you will still see Hero looking at me virtually and hear me talking to him, asking him questions. I loved this interview with Hero. This is the fourth time I've chatted with him, and he's always been so positive and genuine with me. In this interview, he gives amazing answers about what it's been like to play Hardin Scott over 4 films, working with his co-star Josephine Langford in this last installment, and his reaction to the After fandom that has supported him over the years. I really hope you enjoy this interview. Here is Hero Fiennes Tiffin for After Ever Happy. Hero, so nice to chat with you again. This is actually our 4th time chatting now for the After films, which is crazy. We first met on set with After We Collided, and then now this is like our 3rd Zoom interview. So nice to chat with you again, first of all.
Yeah, it's so nice to see you again as well. It's always nice when you see a familiar face, and now it's almost like bittersweet the way that now I finally feel like I've got to know you and we've spoke so many times. It might be the last, but we'll never say never. And no, the pleasure's all mine.
Well, I hope not. I'm so excited for the Woman King too, which I want to get into as well at the end. But I have so many questions for you. First of all, that ending, I'm still processing everything. And I also just want to say, for the After book readers and the After film lovers, you have been such an amazing Hardin Scott. Your performance over these 4 films has literally been perfect. I've spoken with Anna about it, I've spoken with Joe about it, and Jen. So first of all, congratulations to you, and thank you for just bringing Hardin to life so beautifully, because he is such a treasured character for all of us fans. So thank you, first of all.
That means the world. Thank you so much for saying that, honestly.
Yeah, of course. I know that you're in Madrid getting ready for the premiere in a couple of days. Honestly, how do you feel now that After Ever Happy, the 4th film, is kind of wrapping up promo here? How do you feel?
Yeah, it's bittersweet, but at the same time, I feel like we said goodbye when we were filming. We came back for press for 3. We're back for press for 4. I'm sure they'll do a little movie marathon down the line at some point, and I'll come out and say something to the fans. And the films live forever, so it's not as sad as we could make it. We have the power to make it a good thing and try and look back on all the great work we've done and be happy and proud rather than be sad that it's coming to an end. All good things must come to an end, don't they? So.
Oh, 100%. Do you remember the very first shot you filmed as Hardin for After, and also what was the last shot you filmed? So what was your very first scene in filming the first movie, and what was the last scene in this film? Maybe it was, I know you guys kind of filmed the 3 and 4 simultaneously in Bulgaria, but do you remember?
I'm pretty sure the first scene was the first scene when they meet. The first scene they meet. I'm pretty sure the first scene we filmed was the first scene that they meet when he's reading Great Gatsby on the bed.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the last scene that we filmed was, I can't remember exactly where it plays, but it's when they're up at Vance and Kimberly's house, and she's in the spare room, and he crawls into bed with her or something. That was the last scene. I think it might have been the end to a scene we shot most of, but yeah, quite nice start and end scenes as well. The first one, he's lying on the bed reading her book, and then she comes in, and then the last one, she's on the bed and he crawls into the bed with her. So yeah, I think they were the start and the first and last. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are good bookends for your character. I love the scene, the London party scene, where Hardin is sitting there and it's fast forwarding all the people around him.
Yeah.
How did you guys film that scene? Were you sitting there and people were moving? I just thought that scene was so cool.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool as well. I love the way that they shot that, and sometimes you don't really know what's going on. You try and ask questions and figure it out, and then sometimes especially with COVID, you don't get enough time to annoy the camera people by asking them loads of questions and figuring out what they're doing, which is part of what I love about being on set. But yeah, the way that came together was so cool. I literally was just sat on the sofa And I think I was just trying to stay as still as possible, and everyone around me was trying to just kind of move around at regular speed. And then obviously it's the camera guys who take the trophy for that one, because yeah, I completely agree. I love how the scene turned out.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome. It's super memorable. I also love the scene where Tessa is shaving Hardin, and I'm curious if Joe was actually shaving your face at one point, because like there's a moment where she's going over the lip, and it's such a sweet scene between the two characters. But I'm curious how you guys actually filmed that.
I'm sure props would have given us like a fake blade. I'm sure it wasn't
Okay.
actually a real blade. Plus, I obviously, you shave almost like twice a day to make sure that the continuity is perfect on your, But yeah, I think we
Is
used
that
a
what you
fake
were
blade.
doing? Is that what you were doing? Like shaving to have like the fresh face every day for set?
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's. I'm glad that it looked that kind of realistic. But no, I'm pretty sure with all the health and safety of stuff these days, I'm sure they would have given her. I'm pretty certain actually that there was probably just a plastic or rubber blade in there.
Yeah, well, you've definitely been able to play with your emotions, playing Hardin, especially in After We Fell and After Ever Happy. But there's some really emotional scenes for him in this particular film, and we see him go to AA for the first time. Did you do any prep work for those scenes? Like, how did you prepare for those scenes specifically? Because that's definitely a turning point for the character.
Yeah, I have some experience with people that I know supporting them in their journey to kind of overcome alcoholism. So I didn't really do too much research other than my own knowledge that I have through that. Um, but I'm so glad that that was in there. I feel like towards the start of the film, we're having to shy away from these kind of issues because we were kind of marketing towards a younger fan base. And now that that fan base has grown up and we've kind of decided to be able to swear a lot more and market the films towards a slightly older audience, it allows us to really get into stuff like that. And I'm so grateful for it. I think it's really important.
Yeah, yeah, no, it is, and it's shot really beautifully. What is it like to play the same character over four films and have that type of arc that not many actors get to have? Like, what do you feel like you learned as yourself as an actor playing this role over four films, and something that you'll take with you as an actor in your career?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a blessing. I feel like I will only realize how amazing and lucky I am to have played the same character four times later in life when I clearly don't get that opportunity again. But for now, I still understand how cool it is and how lucky I am. And I think just being able to come back and not have to kind of like find your feet and really like make yourself comfortable within the character. You're just straight off the bat. I get back into the costume and put the tattoos on, and I'm him again. And I think it's a luxury because you really can just enjoy it and not put so much pressure on yourself. We've already got such like great feedback from the fans and about how I choose to play the character, and therefore now it's just that I can really just enjoy this and have fun with it.
So you feel like that helped, like the fan reactions? Do you feel like that helped your performance for the later films?
Yeah, I think like anything, like positive reinforcement, as long as it's authentic, is always going to be good, whatever you do. So yeah, I think just being able to know how much people love the first and the second by the time we went to do three and four, without getting complacent, hopefully, I definitely felt like I had the wind in my sails. And yeah, I could simply enjoy it more and not be so kind of like in my head about it and worried about maybe not doing it right.
Yeah, yeah. Last question for you. I do want to ask about The Woman King. I loved that video you put on your Instagram, giving the footballs out to the kids. What was it like to just work in Africa? And what can you tell us about your character, Santo? Because we've seen the trailers, we don't know much. What can you tell us about your role and working in Africa in general? Because it looks awesome.
Thank you so much. No, I loved it. I loved it. It's funny going from a film like After where you're in almost every scene and don't get much free time to explore the country you're filming in. But on The Woman King in South Africa, I got to really explore a lot, go on safaris, go on hikes, get to really, travel around and do stuff like what you see in that video. And the whole process was so fun. And as for the film, it's hard because I haven't even seen it myself yet. My reps have, And I think I get to see it, and they all love it so much, and you know, really, really can't wait for me to see it. And I think I get to see it in a week or so. So I'm so excited. I really can't wait, not just for the world to see it, but for, you know, after fans to see it as well, and to kind of see me in a different light. And yeah, a lot of excitement over here.
Yeah, I've watched that trailer so many times. It looks so good. I'm obsessed with Viola Davis and Lashana Lynch. I think they're awesome. So I'm so excited to see you in a cast with them. Hero, thank you so much for your time. Have so much fun at the premiere, and thank you everything for what you've done for the After fandom, playing this character and chatting with you all these times has honestly just been so fun and a blessing. So sending lots of love your way, and I can't wait to talk to you again for the Woman King or whatever else it may be.
Likewise, I look forward to it. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Hero. Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.